Hello and welcome to another development vlog for Glo Breaker. This is actually the first development vlog since we have launched the new version of Glo Breaker, and I mean version 2 and above. In this version we have 25 new levels. The original 25 levels, most of them have been changed and redesigned, made better based on feedback. We have new paddles, we have achievements, we have all new artwork, but one of the biggest things that separates it from not just literally every brick breaker out there, but most games out there, is the level editor. And it's in the name. It allows you to create your own levels. Or maybe the level editor just suggests they can edit levels, but you can create your own levels. They can go back and edit those levels that you've created. And to get this, really simple. You click the play button, and then you've got three options: part 1, part 2, and level editor. You obviously click on level editor, and then here you can create 5 levels. I've already created 2, and if you've already created a level, it says play and it says edit, and if you haven't created a level, it says create. What I'm going to do is just create a quick level. Actually, you know what, I'm not even going to do that yet. What I'm going to do instead is go through the level editor, but talk about the co-cost technologies that we've used while doing it. So for example, on this page, as you can see, I'm scrolling through different items. We're using a page view, which is part of the UI, and this allows us to have, well, several pages. We have 5 in total, and within each page we have different items. We obviously have the title, which is this button right here, this one right there where I'm clicking, and below that we have a screenshot, and the screenshot is something that we cover ourselves, as in the game does. You don't have to take a screenshot then upload it. There's none of that rubbish. And then below it we have a couple of buttons, which obviously when you click they animate. It's the animation that we've chosen. And for the ones that are empty, they just have, well, a default image because there's no screenshot to put there. So we're going to click the create button, and this uses the switch scene functionality within Cocos 2DX, and it was the replace scene because we're replacing the current scene to the new scene, which is the level editor. And if this was the first time playing, it would give you some instructions on how to create a level, but as I already know and I've already used it, there's no instructions, but I can show you what you need to do. So what we have at the top here is our grid, and this is where you put all your bricks. So we have template bricks, which is what we call them, and you can just easily put your bricks there. Below it we have a rectangle brick and a square brick. Below that, to the bottom left, we have a gear icon, a hide grid, and a clear button. The hide grid would just hides the grid. Any bricks that you've added still appear, and you can still add bricks, but this is a great way, without having to go into the game to play it, to see how it looks without the template bricks. Because sometimes you're looking at it and thinking, not too sure. Then you take off the hide grid, or you turn on hide grid, and you're like, nope, not at all. Or you're like, yeah, it's looking good. And then the clear button at the moment does nothing, but this just removes every single brick that's on there. If you click the gear icon, you have 3 options: save and exit, or just simply exit. And obviously if you were to just exit, then you lose all your saves. And then if you click the gear icon, it disappears. So let's just talk about some of the CoCos technologies used. So the template bricks at the top, so right here, the 10 by 10 grid, these are sprites. That's all they are. It's as simple as that. And then the bottom part, aka this here, these 2 bricks, the rectangle and the square brick, is a sprite as well. And if I click one, it spawns a new one above it, and I'm able to move that around, and if I let go, it disappears. But if I let go of it on top of a template grid, it snaps to that position, and I'm able to swipe through using a swipe view. I believe that's what it's called in Cocos 2DX. I might be wrong, and I can just literally select what brick I want, and by tapping it, it detects the touch and then places the brick onto the grid, or it's already placed. If I click X, the brick disappears, but if I add a brick back on there, select blue, or this the double brick blue, click the tick button, and now he accepts that brick. I'm going to add a square brick. The process is the same, but you can just put it on the left or the right side of a template brick. So I'm going to put it there, double, I'm going to put another one there, yellow. And now we have some bricks. So if I click hide grid, I can see what it would look like. Let's add a few more bricks, shall we? Let's put some bricks. I'm just going to put them randomly. This is in no particular order. Let's add a single brick, yellow. And we can also add a solid brick, which is at the end right here. Then the solid bricks obviously can't be destroyed. And now we're going to play this level. So if we do save and exit, saves it, it goes back to the screen where you can select your levels. And you go to the slot that you, edited. You click play. It loads your level. All this animation is built in, so this isn't something that you have to do, which is really cool. Or the live system, it's not something that you have to redo again. And if I click tap to play, I can start playing my game. And what is great is that you can't play the game until the bricks are spawned, which is fine, but you don't have to specify how many bricks there are. Oh, I missed that power up. Any bricks there are. It just automatically knows. Plus also, it knows once all the bricks have been destroyed, even if there's only one brick on there, or if every single grid space is filled. And the power-ups are in there as well. Come on. Just got one last brick to destroy. Ooh. Can I get this one? Yeah. Oh, so close. Yeah, there we go. Hit level complete. Just give some information. And now I'm just going to go back to the menu, and then here, let's say if I want to edit a level, I want to edit this level that I created before. Click edit, and you get the interface that we showed before, and what you're able to do is just edit it. So if I fancy adding a couple of green single tap rectangle bricks over here, and at the top I fancy adding 2 double brick solid bricks right here. I click that, click the gear icon. If I decide that I just want to save some progress, maybe let's say my battery's gonna die, or I know the battery's low, I can just save and continue. Click save and exit so I can go back to the main menu and play or do something else and come back later. Or I can click exit because I'm not happy with the changes, but I'm gonna click save and exit. And it loads back up. The screenshot has been updated, and it's really cool what happens. You can just play your level. It's just so simple to create your own level. You can do it on an Android device, on an iOS device, and you can do it on tablet, on phone. You could do it, it could be on like an iPhone 4, an iPhone 5, you could be on an iPhone 6 Plus, an iPad, and you just get a nice experience. And beyond that, I know this was generally just talking about the level editor, but we have several levels as well. So if you go into part 2, we have 25 levels. In this particular version on my iPad, I've only unlocked the first 3, or completed the first 2, got 3 stars and 2 stars. And if you go to the main menu itself, go to the settings, you can select different paddles, which is really cool. And this is a feature that we like. It's called Ghost Paddle. And what the Ghost Paddle does, I'll show you. I'll just load up one of the levels in part 2. I'm going to load up level 1. What the Ghost Paddle does, as you can see, there's a paddle above, sort of in the middle of the screen, which is very faint, that just follows the other paddle. And this is great because sometimes with Brick Breaker games and other games of a similar nature, you cover an important part of the screen, which is the paddle. That's an important element and you need to know where it is. So by having the Ghost Paddle, which doesn't affect the gameplay at all, it allows you to see where the paddle is in that particular column, as it were. So that's me talking about Glo Breaker and the level editor. If you have any questions regarding it, let us know. Actually, I'm not going to end the video right now. I was going to, but I'm going to show you something really cool. I'm just going to talk about the code briefly. I'm not going to show you too much, but we have a level editor scene, and beyond that we have a lot more as well, because obviously we've got the code within here. but otherwise it would be too complex to put it within one class, so we abstracted it out. So we have the level editor select scene, which just simply is the scene where you can select what level you want to edit or what slot you want to create a level in. The level editor scene is the actual scene that allows you to edit your levels or create a level. The level editor HUD is, well, the where you can have the gear where the gear icon is, where you can select bricks from, all of that good stuff. The grid itself is the part on the top, and there's quite a lot of functions in here, and there's a level editor menu as well, which is what pops up, which allows you to save and so forth. So this has been Glo Breaker with our level editor. You can check it out now. There will be links in the description. The game's completely free, so it doesn't cost you anything, so go check it out. That would be really appreciated. So if you do have any questions, feel free to email us at support@sonarsystems.co.uk, or for a faster response, feel free to put it on our questions platform. That's sonarlearning.co.uk/questions.php, and there will be a link to our questions platform, which is also our education website, in the description. And as usual, thank you for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day and get breaking those bricks and creating your own levels.